Fiona and I are staying in one of our favorite spots here in Minnesota. I don't know if the camera mic will pick it up or not. Nope. That's a hard pass. Go play. Thankfully, lovely bride made me a couple sandwiches. Be able to have for lunch when we got here. We've been here for like 10 minutes, and Fiona's already completely covered in burrs. There you go. We came very prepared this time. Get him in your beard. Hold on. Stay. Be still. Good girl. Good girl. Oh, you're hiding a big one there, aren't you? Hey y'all, welcome back to the channel, Old Southern Pine. Today, Fiona and I are truck tent camping deep in the woods of Minnesota here, and this is one of our favorite spots. We've come here many times, and every time we come here is always a blast, and we never see another two-legged soul. We just got the fire going. We're gonna let that get nice, good, and hot while we set up the tent, which gives you guys just enough time to click like and subscribe. We just got you deburred. All right, let's do it again. You know, it's almost like we expect this kind of thing to happen. This time we brought the Oseriz AE1000 and an actual dog grooming buzzer. All right, come here, kid. Come out, cutie. There we go. All right, let's take your thing off here. Didn't get too messed up. Time to get this thing kicked on. Get the AC up and running. Perfect. Hi, baby. $21 watts can run this thing for 33 hours. All right, sweetheart. Come on, stay still for me, okay? I know, baby, I know. Yes, you are. You're such a good girl. You're a very good girl, yeah. She's a little patchy, but best I can do out here. All right, baby, go play. Look at all this. All right, guys, I've got something new that I want to show to y'all. All right, y'all, I wanted to introduce you guys to the APL20 from ICECO. And this is a brand new fridge. They did reach out to me and offer to send this to me. You know, I've never had one of these before, and they've got a huge selection of mobile refrigerators. I chose this one because of how sleek and beautiful it is. I love the sleek metal exterior. It's got 2 different compartments, a lot of different features. The main reason that we got this is that it allows us to be able to stay out a lot longer than what we normally would. You know, this will allow us to take 2, 3, 4-day trips that we can be able to run this off of our Oseriz AE1000 and bring food that we never would have been able to brought before. Perishable foods that, you know, if it had been sitting out overnight before, we wouldn't be able to, you know, it wouldn't still be good. Now we get home, just throw it back in the fridge, and it's all good. And it can run off of our Oseriz AE1000 for quite some time. So let's go through, just going to give you guys a quick overview of how really nice this thing is. One, it only weighs 23 pounds, so it weighs next to nothing. It perfectly fits into the back seat of the truck. So the ICECO APL20 has a really nice digital monitor right here where you can easily set the temperature to whatever you want it to. I'm going to put it at 37. It's pulling about 48 watts right now because it's got to be able to get it cooled down pretty quick, and it's going to be running pretty hard. But even still, at running full max, this Oseriz AE1000 can run this refrigerator for 14.5 hours. It can run it a whole lot longer than that because once the refrigerator gets itself cooled down, it's not going to be pulling the same level of energy that it normally would. So this is actually going to allow us to be able to stay out for multiple days in a row without having to go home and recharge things. One of the great things about this ICECO refrigerator is that it actually has holes right here where you can lock the refrigerator in place if you had a little like TSA lock or something like that, which is going to make it bear resistant, child resistant, or camping neighbors if you're one of those folks that likes to camp in populated areas so that people can't get to your adult beverages or your food. Look how much space this refrigerator has. You can get multiple days worth of food in here. This is what I love about this multi-layer closure system on the door here, is that you don't have to worry about it slamming on little fingers. And even when it does close, it's got a soft closure system so that it's not going to smash your hands in there. You guys can see that it's already down to 37 degrees Fahrenheit. On the Oseriz, it is pulling 0 watts and can hold it at this point for 56.5 hours. The ICECO APL20 also comes with a DC car charging plug. So if you're on long trips, you can keep this thing cool as you're going along. That's definitely something that lovely bride and I are going to be doing on our next road trip, taking this, plugging it in, and then just bringing our food with us. I don't know about y'all, but I am just about ready to get some supper going while we get this tent up, hopefully before we run out of daylight. Entire rotisserie chicken wrapped up in aluminum foil here. All we have to do is drop it down into the fire right there. Let that heat up while we get a tent set up. All right, guys. Well, the tent is set up. This rotisserie chicken that we've got wrapped in tin foil and cooked right beside the fire has been in there long enough. I could hear it crackling and sizzling, and I could smell that roasted chicken smell even all the way over by the tent. So yeah, let's dive into this. I am starving. Oh yeah, it is steaming. That is perfect. Man. All right, we're gonna enjoy this. Man, that is, ouch, that is hot. Yeah. All right. Well then, we're gonna let this sit and cool down for a little bit, and we'll catch up with you guys in a little bit once we're inside the tent. Yeah, that's really hot. That was a lot of chicken that we just cavemanned. I think that it is time for a night hike. Let's go find a suitable spot to get a night lapse. Come on, little one. I think that ought to do nicely. All right, all set. Got Fiona with her brand new haircut. All right, baby, let's go ahead on. The woods sure are beautiful at night. That's one sleepy little girl right there. It never ceases to amaze me how much room this tent has in it. And the auto-inflating truck bed mattress here with the Realtree camo pattern on there is always such a nice touch. Really, really sleeps well. Got our top quilt here from UGQ that we're going to get unpacked, and this is the Quillow. You guys have probably seen this in the last episode, but this thing's super awesome. So we're gonna use it as a top quilt tonight because that's all we're gonna need tonight. I think it's only supposed to get down to 48 degrees Fahrenheit. Simple as that. We are tucked into the tent for the night. We've got our tablet here with a movie saved on it, so we're gonna fire that up, watch a movie, and yeah, unless anything exciting happens, we'll see you guys first thing in the morning. Good night. It's about 3 o'clock in the morning, and we can hear an elk bugle, which is pretty awesome. I don't know if the camera might go pick it up or not. There it was, right there. Did you guys hear that? That's awesome. It's a little hard to tell how far away it is. There it is again. It's a little hard to tell how far away it is, but I can definitely tell that it's coming from the north. Pretty cool. Good morning, y'all. Well, actually afternoon. We did not have the best sleep last night at all. We were perfectly comfortable. We stayed warm. All of that, all of that stuff was good. There was no gear failures, nothing dramatic like that. I just couldn't sleep for whatever reason. We went to bed around 11 o'clock. Woke up at like 11:30. Some coyotes started going off. Not a big deal. Usually like the sound of coyotes off in the distance. Woke up again at 1 o'clock. I was kind of in that weird realm of sleep where I wasn't sure what was going on, but I heard a sound. Fiona heard something. She started barking her head off, which got me up. I couldn't ever hear what the sound was. At 3 o'clock, we woke up again because there was an elk bugling somewhere off in the distance. There was at least one elk, maybe two. It's always a little bit hard to tell how many there are because an elk, whenever they bugle, if they change the direction of their head, it can sound like they're coming from a totally different direction. They can actually throw their voice. It's pretty impressive, but there was at least one elk, maybe two, running around, and it bugled the rest of the night. Like I actually didn't know that elk would bugle in the night. I've hunted elk for years. Only time I've ever heard them make noise at night is when they were under attack. So to hear that one sound off and bugle all night long like that was pretty cool. Something disturbed some geese this morning as well, probably 4 or 5 o'clock in the morning, and like one by one they would like fly off and honk and make all kinds of noise. So yeah, all in all, very active night for the locals. Not so much of a restful night for the two of us. So we did end up sleeping in a little bit this morning just to try to kind of stave off being exhausted today. We had an incredible breakfast of bacon, eggs, and grits to be cooked over the fire on our lodge cast iron skillet, but unfortunately we just don't have time for that anymore. So desperate times call for desperate measures, and we're going to do the absolute unthinkable on this channel. We're going to eat a salad. All right, technically it's pasta salad, so, you know, it's really not all that healthy, but we're also skipping coffee, and we're going to have ourselves a V8 drink. You can't have any of this. We did catch an amazing night lapse for you guys last night. We may or may not have caught the northern lights. you guys will have seen this by now before I did, so. Tomatoes. How did those get in there? Yuck. I'm not actually against tomatoes, but I am against store-bought tomatoes that just kind of taste like sadness and disappointment. Homegrown tomatoes out of somebody's garden that actually cared for them, magical. So we're sticking those off to the side. Well, that tastes prepackaged. Nope. That's a hard pass. I will say, though, that this refrigerator kept it nice and cool all night long. I ended up unhooking the refrigerator from the battery pack and just leaving it inside the back seat of the truck, and it was still, like, everything was still perfectly cold this morning. So it's really, really well insulated. It does a great job. I'll leave a link down in the description if you guys are interested in these refrigerators as well. I don't get paid for any of that. I just, if you guys want to check it out, by all means, please do. And with that, let's get this tent torn down. Why are you so dirty? All right, y'all. Well, I think that about does it for this trip. If y'all have stuck around this long, I truly want to thank you. It really does mean a lot to us. Please consider liking, subscribing if you haven't already. Comment down below. Let us know what you guys think. If there's anything that you guys want to see, baby, you're a good girl. I'm gonna get this one. It's about time for me to get this one home, get her bathed up, and get ready for the week. Thank you all so much again for watching and joining us. And until we meet again under the old southern pine, stay safe and God bless. High five. Good girl. Good girl. I know. All right, let's go home.